How stupid is the PSN? How incompetent is Sony? Well, this article that I have linked down in the description is basically a headline in the perfect way to go about saying how bad it is. Now, the article says Sony survives Christmas. The Sony PlayStation's PSN. Okay, if I'm digging in deep here, which is what I'm doing. The Sony PlayStation PSN, the network usually around Christmas time, like a couple days before to a couple days after, has hiccups. I can't remember one Christmas where it didn't exist once PlayStation went online. I can't remember one Christmas where PSN has not been compromised on some front. The article says Sony's PSN survives Christmas. That headline alone, and the idea that this is a factual thing, should make you and me and everybody else who invested in the PS fucking 4 and any other Sony product since the PS3 very fucking mad. Because this shows how incompetent of a company they are. Their online service is a joke, and it's a worse joke than Nintendo Online. Let that sink in. And you can say, oh no, it's not, because at least Sony does this, this, and this. No. It doesn't matter how many features it has. The fact that an article can say that their PSN survives when it shouldn't have any issues to fucking begin with, shows that it is the shittiest of services. Okay? There's no articles that I've read saying Xbox survives Christmas. You know, Nintendo survives Christmas. I haven't seen any of those. But PlayStation. You know the reason you don't see any of those is because PlayStation has a habitually terrible reputation when it comes to the PSN being a competent service. You can argue with me on that all you want to, but I'm going to explain something to you. I have my PS4 in its box. It sits right over there in its box. It is not connected, okay? Now, I want you to understand this. Before it came back home and went back in the box, it was at my girlfriend's house. And it was at her house for the better half of a year, okay? It started here in 2018. It started here. And then it went to there, okay? And it stayed there until about October. And then it's been here. You understand what I'm saying? And when I brought it back here, I hooked it up. I played a little bit of a game called Monster Hunter Worlds, in which I'm not going to play again because fucking Capcom struck the damn thing. So if I'm going to play that again, it's going to be on Mixer. Make sure you go follow me on Mixer. Shameless fucking plug. But that's facts. I play on Mixer a lot because I am on Xbox more. But my point with the PSN being a piece of shit, okay? This article exists because of that. You can think and try to twist it in any way you want to say that it's a positive spin on all the negative shit that has been going on with Sony as of recently. But it's worse. It's not good. It could have been good, but it's not. And the reason it's not is because it is records. There are people remember Sony not being able to work a couple days before Christmas to a couple days after, and sometimes even into the new year. These are things people can recall. These are things that are documented and recorded. So the fact this article exists, and the fact that it's based off of facts that are previously happened incidences, being that's the case, this turns into another loss for Sony instead of a win when they needed it. Okay? This wasn't the way to go about trying to get that W anything involving PSN, especially when it should just be common sense bullshit, isn't a W. That's an L. And that L is damning, okay? People are going to start to really question you. You know, hey, I understand. It's all good. PSN didn't go down. More power to you. That means you got more people able to play their shit the day they get it. And that's cool. But the fact of the matter is, I've never seen an article out there saying Xbox survives a holiday. I've never seen an article out there saying Nintendo servers on any holiday have been habitually repeated to fail. I've never seen those articles. And the fact there's one on PlayStation goes to show you they are the worst online service to have. Sorry, it's just facts. Even though Nintendo has a lot of shit to make work on that bitch, this is their first attempt at paid online. They can make mistakes and get away with it. Sony, your first attempt where you can make all the mistakes was last fucking gen on the PS fucking 3. This isn't a good look. Alright? We all know the communication system of the Switch is for bullshit. We know that. And you know voice chat works better on the PS4 and the Xbox One. That's fine. But at the end of it all, show me an article out there apologizing or acknowledging habitual repeating of something like the network going out on important days, and then an article coming out saying it survived. At the end of it all, Sony, you've just been made out to be the biggest fucking piece of shit at the end of 2018. Way to go. Hopefully 2019 you can turn things around. And you better do it before the PS5 gets here. That's all I'm going to say about it, because of the simple fact it's hard to argue that. You got a lot of shit to make up for. 2019 is another 364 days of you actually having time to work with it. But I've seen what you can do in a year, which is absolutely nothing. Is sit on your ass. 2019, it's time for someone to kick you out of that fucking chair and knock some sense into you. We'll see what happens.